Hello guys, welcome back to another Trailmakers video. Today we're building an airship. Not an airship that uses what's the thing? Not an airship using, well, where's the thing? Not an airship using these things. Not a blimp. We're using the thing that I accidentally pulled out. This thing, the gimbal jet. So this thing is pretty much so that it always aims down. As you can see, it's constantly aiming downward. And yeah, it just basically is a thruster that can bring you upward, as you can see. It's pretty strong, but we'll probably need quite a few of these. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing. So with how big this thing's gonna be, I think that we're gonna make a block of gimbal jets. Now I like to have them like this. Don't really know why. Just kind of like it. So when I say a block, I mean like a block. Maybe not that much. Just maybe just like that. They just take these, and copy them up a little bit, just so you get this massive block of gimbal jets. Which one's the? This is the chosen row. The ones that are connected technically. Let's just. It's kind of annoying. Let's just connect them all up. We'll just build like a frame first, and then we will yeah. So I kind of want it to go like this, and then we'll have it like go into like a skinnier part, which will just be like that long, and these will be that long. Now obviously if we were to slap a seat on this, we'll put it right there, you can see that this thing will nose downward. But how do we fix that? With a whole bunch of gyro stabilizers, of course. So we're gonna get quite a few of these. So we'll just copy them like this. Copy these, and just like that. I have this little lock thing. Crank it up, and now we fly up basically straight. It's close enough. But as you can see, I'm constantly having to tap the throttle, and whenever I tap the throttle, I gain a little bit of altitude. So, gotta get the logic part of this, which is pretty much the easiest thing that you can do about this is literally just flip this upside down. Okay? But what we are going to want to do is we're also going to need to put this into an AND gate. That's right here. And once you put this into an AND gate, this AND gate will then activate these. Now the reason why we want this to do this, you might ask? I don't know. It's because if we have this connected just up to the speed sensor, it will go up, yeah, and it won't just slowly bring us down. But we won't really be able to. So if we go up, you can see it works. Did I not grab the AND gate? Hold on 1 second. Did I not grab it? This is an AND gate, right? I thought this needed 2 inputs. I don't know. But, yeah. So we need a NOR gate. Just trust me on this. So we need a NOR gate. This will go into this. So now it will activate. But we will need an XOR gate. So whenever we press S, it'll go into the NOR gate, which will shut it off. See, we can go up, but then if we press this, it shuts off when we fall. Then if we let go, it starts doing its thing again. It is pretty powerful right now. It can really go very fast, but we'll fix that later. It'll get very big and bulky eventually. It might take a little bit, but it'll get there eventually. Like if we do this, what is this? Just 2 of these? I think it is just 2 of these. So then it'll just be like this, and this will go up like this, and this will go up on top. Oh, there we go. I kind of like that. If you don't like it, then, well, I don't know. Cry about it, I guess. I don't know. I'm just a little tiny YouTuber that's just trying. What did I just press? Just trying to get some subscribers, really. And hey, we are doing pretty good though. We're at 53 subscribers. So, pretty happy about that. You guys have really been really kind in the comments too. Obviously I have a few dislikes, but you know, can't really do anything about that. There we go. And then I think these will fit it. And like I say every now and then, if you have any recommendations on games that you want me to play or something, comment down below. I'll try my best to do it. Okay, there we go. And something I realized is that the gimbals are actually like they're too tall. Because if I were to just try to build here, you can see that it'll get blocked. So I have an idea. I think we can just do that, I think. And then we'll just do the same on the underside. I don't know, I think that's how we're gonna have to do it. But we'll figure that out later. Or we'll do that later. Let's do that. This will just be. I don't really want it to be just a whole bunch of those. Cause I kind of like it when things actually like fall apart rather than everything just like big chunks falling out. You know. So. Oh yeah, there's their gimbal jet problem. This will be it's very big. Probably need some more thrusters. So I think what we do is we just have one of these come up, and then like where this is, we just kind of have it transition into a, not a transition, but will just be a one of these things. Then we gotta block that. So I think if we put one of those, one of these. I don't think it's terrible. It won't have the best aerodynamics, but it's only that little piece that doesn't have good aerodynamics. That's like 0. It's like the darkest I've ever seen anything be. Then you also have these. I think we'll just scoot those back, and that fixes our problem. There we go. my charger for my mouse got in the way, so I had to move that. I didn't remember plugging in my mouse, but apparently I had my mouse plugged in. Probably for like the past few weeks. Never realized I had that plugged in. But at least so I know it'll be charged. So exactly why aren't you connected? Oh, this. There we go. Just trying to look and see what was... Ah, we gotta delete these, scoot these down, take these, copy those, and then actually we could probably delete these instead and have just those. There we go. And then we just gotta, we can take these, bring them down, delete those, take those, and do that. There we go. And then we need to take that, take this, copy that back here, flip it around. Nice. Doesn't look horrible. Then we just shield it with shields, I guess is what I was going with there. Oh, well, I think what I meant to say is cover it with shields. Maybe like shield it up, maybe. I think that's what I was trying to go for. I like forgot mid-speak. So, I have a question now. Would this... Hold on, let me finish this real quick. Wait, hold on, but I could probably just like... Obviously it'll take a little bit of tweaking, but I think if I just take this... entire thing, copy it down. Take all the gimbal jets out of here. Also, I'm telling you that eventually this thing will probably end up being filled with a whole bunch of, like, junk. And what I mean by junk is I mean there's like a whole bunch of random parts that we will need for this thing to actually work. Like, I'm fairly certain eventually this entire thing will just be like even like this room in here will probably be filled with just gimbal jets and stuff like that. Because I've built one of these before. That's like exactly just like what ended up it being. It's just a whole bunch of junk. So like always, make sure to comment down below what you want me to build, or even what game you want me to play, if you want me to play a different game or something like that. Because I can always do that. Why aren't you covered? Ah, because we need to cover it up with a wedge. There we go. I think everything is covered down here. Except for that, why is it? You can like see through this like very slim thing. I don't know. And then I'll cover this with a second spread. And still fly. See, we're a little front heavy. So if we just... Why does this keep... don't know why it keeps disappearing. So this should get activated. Oh, wait. It won't because I just copied. I know it should be going to. Oh yeah, you can just barely see it. So we'll just take a few of these. Don't want all the gimbal jets. Just want enough to where we can slap it in the front. It will hopefully keep the nose more level. Okay. So now we just what kind of thrust do we want to use on this though? I'm feeling like rocket thruster. Where did I bring that? Oh, up all the way up there. Did I didn't realize that the thing could move that far? Because there's like a limit of how far it can actually like be nudged. I bet if I try to line up with this, well, I'd have to. But like this one would be able to nudge all the way to the front here. You'd actually have to like move it manually. But this actually. Oh my gosh. Guys, I did that on purpose, I don't know if you guys knew that, but I did that on purpose. Where it would fit perfectly. I already did that, and I knew that it would fit. Just want to make sure you guys knew that, like, I meant to do that. That thing's heavy, though. Think that we might need to add some more of these. We'll just put those there. Scoot them over. Add a few more of those, and also gimbal jets. We need to add a few more gimbal jets. Just copy those out here, and I can. Not too many more, just a few more. Let me just undo this. We will do the same thing that we just did and bring it back a little bit. See if it goes through, scoot it up, see if it goes through. Until it fits. Just like that. Just so we don't really have any access space in between the gyro stabilizer and everything. Don't know why it's just drifting like that. It's probably because we don't have any like horizontal stabilization. No, vertical stabilization. I think that's a little too big. I don't think so. Okay. It should make a perfect thing, yeah. it's definitely a lot better. Whoa. We don't have any controls for that yet, so. I could probably just have these do that, but I think just gyros would just be better, I feel like. We'll just crank those up. I think that one should be fine. Yeah. I think that this is... We might want to put a little bit of stabilization in the nose. Not a whole lot, but just enough to keep it on the ground. Or no, on the ground, what? No, just to like keep it in line. I think. Hold on, let me find the gyros that are in here. Let me just like delete these. I almost think that they're causing us to. I think what was happening is that the front of the nose was too light for the gyros. And so it would. Oh, where's sticky orbit? There we go. And so I think it was too light in the front. So whenever we would technically be going down, the it would shoot it up. It would shoot the nose up, and then it would fall back down, and it would cause the speed sensor to go off, so then it would keep doing that, and it kept like getting more and more. It would be kind of nice if we had like an anti-drift system. So like whenever I go, you see how I start just drifting. It'd be kind of cool if I could just like, whenever I press W, it would cancel out some thrusters. Whenever I would let go, it would turn them on until I stopped moving. So I think it'd almost just be the exact same thing. An AND logic gate, a speed sensor going forward that goes into the AND logic gate. We'll probably just have it be a whole bunch of space thrusters. Just like that. And this will go into those space thrusters. Oh wait, also I forgot to speed sensor. This needs to be 0.1. I think that's why I was kind of falling out of the sky a little bit towards the end there. Over like glide, I guess. So and then whenever this goes off, this goes into this, and then we need another thing, which will probably just be a NOR gate. This will go into this. So now, whenever this goes forward, it turns this on, and since this is already on, it'll bring this in, it'll fire these off. But now, if we do that, it will just be like constantly showing us forward. Yeah, whenever I press space, it's fighting. No, eventually we do end up fighting it, but it's not what we want. So whenever we press space, this will go into this. It'll cancel it. So now whenever I press space, what if I just have it in the... Okay, so XOR gate outputs if only one input is not 0. This goes into this. Did I not put that in? Oh my gosh. It shouldn't be firing off at all. So I press space. Oh, let me go ahead and turn this down to not 1. Not 0.1. There we go. So now whenever I press space, it turns on. But this shouldn't be turning on unless both outputs are... Is this seriously not? Why did... What am I doing? There we go. So you're not turning on until I stop. You can see they start activating until I stop. Perfect. So now what we do is we just take all this and we just boop. I guess yeah, that's as far as I can go forward. As you can see, whenever I press, I'm pressing A right now to move it backwards, but it's too far back, so I can't do it. So we'll just leave it there. So now, currently it shouldn't be activating, but if I press space, it's not activating until I let go. Yeah, we would be drifting way farther than that. It's perfect. The thing I like about whenever you have these is like it levitates like a little bit off the ground whenever you respawn. Whoa, wait, we're getting higher and higher. Wait, is it gonna go back down or is it gonna go up higher? No. Definitely just kept going higher and higher. Okay, so we have controls, all good. Now we just gotta put some weapons on it. So I feel like weapons on the front won't work because they'll just shoot off the tail fins, which we don't want, or the front stabilization or whatever you want to call them. So we will put them back here. Put it like right there. We'll just build the turret first and then we'll worry about the looks. Put this there. Okay. Now what do we want to use? Now I was thinking about using rockets because like I feel like nobody uses rockets anymore. And I low-key feel like they actually are pretty good. But just nobody uses them. So I feel like we have them like this. And then we'll... Oh, and also, if you guys ever have any problems with your turrets when they have 2 aiming servos on them, the aiming servos has this weird thing where if they're on the same servo, like this same like technically this is vertical, but normally be horizontal. You have 2 of them like this, and it freaks out, like it's shaking all over the place. I figured out that the reason why, I don't know exactly why, but I know what fixes it, is if you just connect the 2. Just like if I were to connect these, like just like this, and they're their own separate thing. Sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, but like every now and then it'll happen. Like if I just do this, I need to take this, flip it, put it on top, and like that. You know, it's like sometimes it would be freaking out right now. Sometimes it doesn't always do it, but I think you get those times where it will start to freak out. But if like literally all you need to do is just take these two, take them like this, and like that, and that'll fix your problem. If you know what I'm talking about. And if you're not having that problem, then lucky you, I guess. I don't know. Because I get those problems every now and then. So what is not allowing me to move this over? Oh, because I have that there already for some reason. Oh, did not want to do that. It's like that. There we go. So now we have a turret. I'll have to tweak with the controls, but I've got those. I kind of want this to be at like a, whoa, not that big of a delay. Something like that. Just so now it's like, so and then let's take these. We don't want them to be able to aim into it, so this will be 0, and this can really only be 90 degrees. And this will be the same, but basically 0. Or the opposite. Basically 0. Then these, I think, we'll just have them only be able to go 90 on both sides. And then we can put them like that. And there's our complexity thing. Yeah, I've learned that these things get pretty complex pretty quickly. Ah, yes, that's something that I like to do with these. When they're on different sides like this, rather than like on top. Because whenever they're on top, it's not that big of a deal. But I like to replace these and have them be left click. So now I have individual control over both sides. Because now whenever I'm like this, okay, so there you gotta and these sometimes like to be kind of annoying. There we go. They basically just need to be flipped. Then if you do that. Let's see, like that, and then this should still be fine. See now, yeah. So now, like whenever you're aiming like this way, you don't really want to shoot the other side because it won't be doing anything. Yeah, it'll just be aiming forward, and then you can like switch around. Then you can like, then you can do stuff like this. And you're like, you have it all reloaded. Okay, get a little disoriented there. But now, so we have rockets, so these will do like heavy damage. And then I kind of want like EMPs and like smart cans or something. So you can probably just take this, copy it up here. just delete pretty much all of it. So we want an EMP. Okay, and then we want... Now, do we want to do smart cans or do we want to do tiny cans? I would actually kind of liking using these tiny cannons. Like this version of the tiny cannon. Just because, I don't know, I think it just looks good. I'll flip that upside down just so it looks a little bit better. I feel like, maybe not looks better, but you know, it'll like, I feel like it'll work better. It'll have less chance of clipping down here. And let me... And then we just need to make sure... Just gotta make sure that these get connected too. And then we can have these be like this, and these can be like this. Oh, also, if you have problems where you need like a 1x1 piece, but if you've ever played Trailmakers before, you know there's not a 1x1 piece. If you just need it for connections, just use this thing. Now it won't look like a 1x1 piece, but it's a connection of like a like a 1x1 piece would have. So, just a thought. I just actually kind of want these to be less big and have these be brought in. Wait, what? Okay. I know, we want those there. Okay, like this. And then we just needed to delete these and make those these. Well, no. Wait, yes. Wait, no. We need these to be those. So they can... Actually, no. We don't need those. We can just have these be those. Thinking about recording a War Thunder video, even if it doesn't do very well. Because I've been enjoying War Thunder lately. Like, actually enjoying it, not just playing it. Just, like, actually enjoying it. I unlocked a new tank destroyer, but it's, not very good, actually. It's the M109, something. I don't know. A1, maybe? I don't know. It looks really good, but the HE shell is just, it can't pin, like, anything, for the BR that it's at. Because it's at, 6.3 BR, and, yeah. You can kind of see what I mean. Because you have a bunch of pretty heavily armored. Pretty much, You can get some pretty lucky shots, I feel like, every now and then, but I feel like majority of the time, it's just not. So how do we just want these to be on like one click? Oh, actually, I think I want them to be on like E and Q maybe. Oh, those are kind of weird, but like these will be E. And then these ones down here will be Q. So like now I can, yeah, then I can shoot, or I can, but also these will always be basically saying the exact same thing. And I feel like we won't, actually maybe we will. Maybe we have individual controls, but we also have like a single control. But like what would the shift maybe? I think shift would work. So if we just use an XOR gate. This thing's pretty much an XOR gate, but it just adds another control to them. So this thing, whenever we press shift, it will activate all of these. So I can shoot those, shoot these, shoot just the top ones, shoot just the bottom ones. Go for shift. It shoots all of them. Also, apparently we accidentally got a rocket. Also, I kind of like to have these on like separate controls. Or not the controls, but like delays, just so they last a little bit longer. Because sometimes if you get it just right, you can literally have them be infinite. But I think you need more than just 4 though. Or you don't need to, but it would be a bunch of like very tiny differences. I think you can go to the hundreds, right? Yeah, you can go into the hundreds with these. So it'd be very... It could be very, very complicated. Just something that I'm not really worried about. This basically lasts almost... Yeah, I think that works pretty good. We'll flip it sideways and we can just shove it down here. I think we've got everything. Except that I do kind of want to... First of all, I want to have all of these have a little bit of like base, I guess. And the sides will be like that. So we'll flip back. Then you just take all of these, copy them, move them down here, copy them. Then realize that they don't fit the same on the sides. These sides are a lot smaller. And then, so then you have to come back up here to these. And that. There we go. So now we got a pretty nice forgot about that. Those front tail fins. They're like just big enough. I feel like it won't look as good. What if like whenever we shoot, they like move. No, I feel like I'm overcomplicating this. We can just won't be the same, but it'll still help a little bit, and we'll just in case, we'll just put some in there. Oh yeah. And yeah, we can just double check. We added a whole bunch of weight to this, so we'll see if... Yeah, it still helps a lot. The anti-drift forward thing. Still works pretty good. Now, I think this looks pretty good. I feel like this would be one of those things I would have. It would be like a... Ooh, I kind of like that. That one's just kind of like just it being just that bit. That's not the same. And look at that. It looks pretty nice. I feel like just that little bit changed a whole bunch of it. I love this thing. 140 power cores. And that's the thing with these things, is that the gimbal jets, I think every single one of them is like, are they like 2 power cores? I think they might be 2 power cores, which is a lot. So I kind of like where that the top EMP and thing turret is. I feel like I focus on that. Like that's my main turret. I feel like is the top one. Because it completely like, because like where my camera is, it aims exactly where that is. Yeah, how much are the gimbal jets? I know they're each 1. But how many gimbal jets do we have in here? We have a lot of them. So yeah, I think we have enough. I think we might just have enough power, or enough thingies. Now, would this ruin the aesthetic to have these? I mean, they won't really do much. I think we'll just remove those. Like, what if we were to have one of these? So now that these will actually do something. Then what if we have them be... What if we make them seem a little bit bulkier? Or have them be... How about some roundness? This has a whole bunch of cutting, like, edges, like tart cut edges. Sharp edges. So we just take this, we can copy it like that. I mean, I feel like it's not terrible. Let's just finish it out and see if it still looks the same or if it'll look worse. Wait, I want like this. And then we copy them outward. Copy them downward. Downward? I just didn't realize what I said. I mean, I feel like it doesn't look that bad. Then we can just put like maybe a cone on them. Doesn't look bad. I'm just trying to eat them more and more. know why I deleted those. Like this, and 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 like this. There we go. I think if we maybe we color these red and have them glow a darker red. Those just aren't glowing. I mean, maybe instead of it glowing, how it might be like metallic. What about iridescent? These will have just be like a kind of like that. It gives it a little more speed. Oh gosh. Just a scratch. I think that might have had some of our logic in it. Yeah, it had our anti-drift thing, so now we're just drifting through space. And whoa! Was our turning gyro in there? It might have been. Because I feel like we're going a lot slower. Was I think I might have been moving too fast for the rockets. Hold on. I think I might have ran into my own rockets. No, I bet I was turning. Yeah, I bet I was like turning and I ran into them. Yeah, that's what happened. I turned and I ran into it. Now the one that I already built is a lot more complicated than this. Well, apparently repairing in the air is not a good idea. Mine, I think, is a lot more complicated. So this is the one that we built. And let me in here. This is the one that I built. It's a lot more smooth, I feel like. It's got those, got these, and also you can see that I have EMPs on them, but they don't shoot because I have to press shift first and then they can shoot. Then oh yeah, I kind of added dynamite around, so I kind of like act out like a being shot or something. I don't know. Just some fun thing that I decided to add. I also have like, I think I have an anti-drift thing on everything. Oh wait, no. I tried building an anti-drift thing where it wouldn't drift like anywhere. Like I pressed like Z or something, and it wouldn't drift like at all. But it got really ugly. Then I added Q, which I think, oh yeah, Q shuts those off. E. Yeah, it has many grenade launchers that shoot down. Q disactivates all the things. And oh yeah, it also can be a boat. It's not a very good boat, but it's like enough where it will float upward. Or up. I don't know why I keep on saying upward. Yeah, you can see it's slowly making it up the way. And oh yeah, this is for ramming. We can do that. But yeah, it's like just enough where it can float. But it won't actually be able to you can't actually fly out of it, but if I just get all the way back here. The only reason I'm not respawning is because I want to show you guys the ramming tip thing that I have on it. Put that there. We'll bring this up a little bit. The gimbal jets are so loud when there's so many of them. I love the EMPs on these because of the gimbal jets and everything. It really makes them go out of control. And oh yeah, also my gyro stabilizers on this are weaker, so whenever I hit something, it like actually like does a whole lot. Okay, if I just show you guys, if I get hit, yeah, there we go. Now the front of this thing blows up because of the dynamite that I have up there. But yeah, you can see it's not the most powerful, but it's just kind of something's like last resort. But then we have we took out some of our logic. Yeah, but yeah, you can kind of see like how I like to build my things. Let's not have let's save our windshield. Oh yeah, it does. It's that one right there. You can kind of see how I have like similar build styles with these. Sorry that's so loud. But you kind of see that I have similar build styles I like to do with these, like more like slim, and it kind of shortens at the nose. But yeah, if you would like to see more stuff like this, just make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. There we go. Oh my. But yeah. Peace.